Hi everyone. Um, this is a timeless reading with all signs involved, so all astrological zodiac signs. And it's timeless, meaning it's for any time that you watch it, it'll apply to you because you're being drawn to watching it at that certain time. And yeah, I'm going to use a few different decks, and I hope it resonates with you. And if it doesn't, it's okay. And it's general, so it's not just about love or career or any of that stuff. It's about you, the viewer, and the energies that you're experiencing and the road you're on, the obstacles you have created for yourself or that have been created for you, and the most benevolent possible outcome for everyone involved. And as always, these messages are directly from the infinite spirit, the originator. No entities and nothing for you to worry about fear energy or illusions. We're speaking with the light of everything, to everything, and how to move forward. So first card up is Lace, the Moon's Daughter. And you've been noticing, I'm certain, with this card showing up first, a lot of signs and synchronicities around you. A pattern being unveiled to you, but you have to pay attention to see it. In a way, it's like your dreams start meaning something, and then in your real life, somebody says something regarding that dream. And then you might see a sign. The scratching you hear is Lily going completely batty as usual. Numerologically, the 3 and the 8 are an 11, the 2 and the 3 are a 5. So a connection with someone who has been a bit chaotic and inhibited. So you've been seeing the signs that the universe, the originator, source, however you want to word it for you and where you are in life, your greater power, your God basically, is showing you signs, symbols, synchronicities, motions in the way people move, the way they speak, similarities between you and them, soul tribe kind of connection between these people, male and female, possibly intersex and intersex. Like, there's no set gender basis on this. Because Lace, the Moon's Daughter, does say it's female, but her partner could be male or female, because it's not really part of the species of just male or female. This creature is part of the dryads, the nymphs, the ent, the tree folk, the spirit of nature itself, the force of inhibition and the force of allowing things to move forward. In a way, the green woman could also be looked at as the demiurgic energies, because the demiurge, in a way, if you look at it in just pure energy, it's a confining force. It keeps things down until you figure out how to get around it and work through it and move up from it. So it's not there to hurt you in a massive way or in a big way. It's there to help you, fairies of the future. It's there to help you to find a different way forward. With fairies of the future in the book, it states that these fairies are on their way to somewhere, and they ask the Gnome King for directions, and they all together, they work and trust each other to move forward. It is a shift of timelines. It is a shift of perspectives. What was inhibited and held down was done to allow it to grow with wisdom, with grace and inner strength, honestly. Because if you look at this, she's not containing this creature to harm it. She's not diminishing it in any way. She's simply like a rambunctious puppy, containing it just enough until it can know that it doesn't need to go 1,000 miles an hour anywhere. It doesn't need to be completely out of control. So it's a sense of control and a sense of, like a mother holding the hand of her child to cross the street, because otherwise the child will just run, boom, right across the street without looking. It's that kind of, putting the inhibition on things. So through Lace the Moon's Daughter, the Green Woman, and Fairies of the Future, what you've been shown recently and what you're experiencing is the inner unraveling and the inner guiding light of how to move forward through the darkness that you're experiencing now, however bright or however self-imposed, or however you've done this dark dance with someone else. Because it's not really negative, it's just you're both in a situation that you want to move forward from. But in order to move forward from it, you have to do it with teamwork. These two are doing it together, these two are doing it together, and this entire collective is doing it together. The 33 goes to a 6, which is two people, 2 threes coming together. So 1 is one person, 2 is the 2 collectives, 3 is what they're doing and how they're expressing it with each other moving forward. So you got these two, and their connection together moving forward. I would not be surprised if the Singer of Connection came through. So the guidance with this seems to be, you already know exactly what to do, because the universe has been showing you, the multiverses, the matrix, and the originator has been showing you how to move forward. In order to move forward, you have to put the lid, like the cook pot, when you're boiling water, you have to put the lid kind of sideways on it. You don't cover it completely, because then it can bubble up and the lid can pop off. And if you just don't leave the lid on there, it takes forever for the water to boil. So you just put the, kind of tilt the lid, kind of inhibit what you're seeing, kind of diminish your perception, and, have your blinders on. Strange advice, I know. But you've already been shown how to get through the darkness. You just can't spend your time looking at the darkness. You have to see the signs and synchronicities. In order to do that, you have to put your blinders on to see where you're going in one direction. Because if you keep going in all the different directions, you're never going to get to where you want to go. You're just going to go in circles. So together with someone in your life, you work forward through the inhibitions, moving forward to a different possibility and a different outcome. And you already know this. You already know that teamwork is required. You know that in order to get to the fairies of the future and to the future you want to get to, you must communicate. These 2 couples, or if it's one couple, or however this applies, it's people that need to communicate with each other. You can't move forward without communication. You can't stay stuck in the darkness, and you can't control everything in your life. It's not doable, and you've been seeing that in the dreams you've been having. Whether you remember them or not, every morning when you wake up, these cards are telling me, including the energies with the cards, the cards aren't telling me. It's, you know what I mean. What I'm seeing, sensing, feeling, hearing, all of the above, is that when you wake up, you feel slightly different than when you went to sleep. During the time you slept, you saw something, whether you remember it or not, that helped you realize how much control you've been putting on something that could potentially be joyful. And in order to release that control, you must pay attention to your inner voice. The Moon's Daughter doesn't follow full clarity of sunlight. She follows the illumination of the spotlight of the moon. That dim light that is brighter than anything, really, when you learn how to focus your eyes onto it. And then you see where you're going, because it gives you a different perspective. A more emotional perspective instead of a more, This is actually a really interesting way to break this down. Following your emotions through moonlight and wisdom, grace, and slow and steady, following the signs, intuition, and all of that. But then this one, the green woman, the reason why plants are green is because of sunlight. The massive amount of chlorophyll and different things the sun gives, color spectrum, that is too much for the plant, and it releases it in the green spectrum. Look it up. So you have two people here who are going, one's following their emotions and intuition, the other one's following what feels good. But both of you are limiting yourselves. She's staying grounded with her intuition with this person who is her rock and stability, but she's completely containing her stability and her humor because she's too self-conscious in a way. Look at this. I've never actually noticed this about this card. She's actually very self-conscious. You ever look at somebody who smiles like that? Just visualize this person standing in front of you with something in front of their chest and how they're holding it down or they're protecting it. And obviously there's sunlight somewhere, dim morning, early morning hours. This person functions on sunlight. This person functions on moonlight. In order to move forward, you gotta function together. Anything else? The journeyman. Hold on. I'm back. I apologize about that. I had a neighbor visit and bring me some wonderful fragrance oils to put in a diffuser. So where were we? We've already gone over the top 3 cards, okay? Which means the Journeyman and Mike the Myomancer. Now, if you've seen other card readings with Brian Froud's fairies, I'm hoping you have, so you have a vague idea or a better idea of what each card means. Because usually with the Rider-Waite Tarot, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and all of that basic tarot foundation based on the Kabbalah is very, very, very universal. So the, I don't know what card to use as an example, the 8 of Swords. I mean, when you get the 8 of Swords with any tarot deck, it usually means something similar. Everybody has an idea of what it means. With the fairies, it's a little different because the decks aren't used that much, at least from what I've seen. I only know of me and Adelina who use these. She's from Mana. I don't really know of anybody else that uses them. If there are, I would love to know, and we can have like a fairy collective. It would be amazing. But the Journeyman, okay? What I'm attempting to say with this is the Journeyman card is similar to the Fool card, but it's that you've actually taken the risk already. You've moved forward, you have your ally, and you're learning how to live life. When I started teaching myself more and more of this, and this card, every time, here's how I taught myself, by the way, with this deck, especially after I saw Adelina using it and just noticed her interpretations and thought, this is amazing. Like, there's so much information in these decks that I wasn't aware of. So every morning I would wake up and pull 3 cards for myself, and then every night I would pull 3 cards. In the mornings it was asking to inform me what happens throughout the day. At night it was tell me what happened throughout the day so that I could learn each definition of each card, okay? Whenever I've had the Journeyman, it has been always a, what is that word? It's been a informative message, I guess, of being like the universe telling me you're going to be experiencing basic life lessons that are basic, like going to the store, getting your own apartment, living your own life, making your own friends, starting to roll that stone out of your way and move forward, because you're done staying in the dark and you're moving towards the light of your own adventure. Look, he's also covered in this. Focus, please. Thank you. He's shimmering in this light the more he moves forward. Behind them, there is no shimmering light. In front of them, there is shimmering light. You can see it right on the toe. So they have a sense of lightness about them, and they're moving forward. Now, if you look at this as a complete, there are two groups of friends, or two couples, or a couple that is moving forward, following their intuition and what brings them joy, releasing themselves from self-imposed inhibitions and self-imposed problems that you make for yourself to avoid moving forward. Having done so through the companionship of another person, this isn't about you doing it alone whatsoever. This reading is absolutely about you and someone else. Moving forward together in the mirror match of things, of the way you are, the moon and the sun. Moving forward, you're learning certain things about life that you avoided, because Mike the Mayamancer is about fractals, patterns, sequence of events, devil in the details, which is literally one of the definitions of the cards, and it's the devil's right there. There's another one right there. There's a little mousy devil right there. They're all within the details if you look, and you can also flip the cards over to see the other perspective of things, okay? So you're learning to be an independent adult, but you're also learning how to be an independent adult, your authentic self, in union with your partner, moving forward in time together, dealing with contracts, deals, fractals, patterns, and everything else you've put together as a total, whole, complete package. Okay? So the advice up to this point is trust the process. This could also be you're going to the DMV soon to get your ID fixed. This could be you're going to the grocery store to get things and you have a checklist for the grocery store and you and your partner are going. This could be you and your partner having a dream about you and your partner, and you realize that you've been too controlling in the relationship, and you release some control and allow your partner to guide you with intuition instead of you guiding with control and logic. So you move forward in that way, and trusting each other to go, one step forward, and the other person moves you one step forward, you move them one step forward, until the pattern is revealed in regards to your union with each other. This could be friendship, work, relationship, you with your mother, you with your child, you with your puppy. It's something about you that you haven't communicated to yourself about. So, using a personal example, I didn't take swimming classes in high school, and I was kept back a grade for 0.25 credits. They said if I don't get in the water, I'm not going to be able to move forward. Well, years later, I'm finally back at that lesson of getting into water and trusting my own ability to survive in the water. Because when I was very young, I drowned. Obviously, I'm still alive, but I drowned a few times in water. Which is funny. I'm a Scorpio sun and I drown in water. Man, a Scorpio sun and a Pisces ascendant, and water would terrify me. How funny. Anyway, so I had to go back to learn the lesson. I was married for 8 years, and I had to go back to living on my own and learning how to do things that way. I had a seizure once, and I had to go back to learning how to function properly with my body, and how to get my nerves and meridians to function again. The details. Learning how to move forward with the details and the legalities and contracts, and making better for yourself. The Master Maker card doesn't have a equivalent in the tarot. The Master Maker is the number 22, and it's the Master Builder. So in the book, when it's describing this card to you, it says whatever you're doing, you can do better. So this lesson in life you're learning to move forward in life as a team, as a companionship, as a partnership, as a new business, as something with someone from your past that you're moving forward with, including your own sense of childlike behavior, which the journeyman and the green woman is authentic self-expression moving forward in life. This is authenticity. This is moving forward. This is changing the timelines. This is doing it with a partner. This is all the details, contracts, cats scratching the walls, and this is bettering it. So if you have a relationship with someone that you're moving forward with, you're being asked to step up your game. If you're doing this all by yourself with your masculine and feminine sides, and you're bringing unity to your logic and your... Lily! Please don't scratch the walls. Thank you. You're welcome. I love you. I do. Aw. You want cuddles? Oh, come on. Well, what do you want me to do? I want to pick you up? Well, you can't just sit there yelling at me and then you say you want cuddles, but you don't want me to pick you up. What do you want me to do? Get a scratching stick and, like, pet you with that? I will not. You want to say hi to the world? No? Yes? Maybe? Really? No? Okay. I think we're okay. She's... Oh, focus, please. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to close this up here because it's pretty evident what's going on, okay? You and an aspect of yourself, or you and an aspect with someone else, are moving forward in life from a state of immaturity and not knowing how to communicate with each other to bettering the way you communicate with each other and doing it in a most benevolent outcome kind of way. Because you've both seen the authentic expression of each other. You've seen the devil in the details. You know how much you and your inner self, or you and this person, would go through for each other. And you're ready to move forward, knowing each other's shadow sides, knowing each other's authentic and inauthentic sides, knowing each other's flaws, weaknesses, and how and where you need to improve with each other. And at the bottom of the deck, you have Singer of the Chalice and the Maiden, which is... The singers are basically aeons, archangels, the divine essence of what it is, okay? So the Ace of Cups is filled by God with the cup. Like the cup is filled by the love of creation. That love essence is in the cup, and then the cup is offered to you to give to someone. The Singer of the Chalice is that love flowing without a cup or containment through your entire system. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lights. The arms extending and giving it out to the world. You can also look at this as the Holy Grail. Someone could be pregnant. Someone could have a very past life connection with someone. And again, with the number 3, the expression of what you're doing and what you're feeling must be authentic. Because in the details of what you're doing and how you're moving forward, and this new beginning, this new something, the Maiden is... If I could find that book. The Maiden is the baby you want to protect. It is that the thing you're working on that you don't want to tell anybody about. It's that way within yourself, that inner child that is asking for love. It's that daughter or child you didn't have that you want to have. It's the new beginning, a way like that the Fool already took the new beginning, went through the problems, figured out how to master it, found the love within, gave the love to the inner child, and then you have the Poet, which is someone watching you and falling in love with you more and more because of who you are, what you say, and what you do. Now here's the funny part. 3 and 8 add up to 11. Start at the reading with Lace the Moon's Daughter, a partnership with intuition and heartfelt things, moving towards a partnership of humor, joy, authenticity, and moving to a timeline of better outcomes. 11, 5, 6, 6, 6. Okay, and then another 5, a 3, the 22 obviously, and then the 11. So it starts out with an 11, a union number, starts out and ends out with an 11, a union number. Bottom of the deck is Luathas the Wild in reverse, which is the momentum of moving forward really quickly, being held back, suppressed, contained, for you to notice the details of it, because the details affect the new beginning that is coming to you, for you, from you. Under that is Ra, which is explosions, energy, not implosions, where the energy goes within and charges you up from inside. It is an explosion where the energy goes out all around you. So throughout this process, you're going to have a lot of love that is being pent up inside you, and you're waiting for this person to come back into your life to move forward. And this person is waiting for you to come back into their lives to move forward. As you notice, they're all looking this way, except the authenticity and the new beginning, looking at the reader. The devil in the details, looking in the past. The fairies of the future, looking at the details to move forward into the past. The master maker looking at the fairies of the future, pointing out that if you want to move forward into the future with unconditional love, an explosive, propelling movement in your career or love life, you need to pay attention to the details. The details being that the 42 adding up to a 6, the 6 over there, and the 33 being a 6 over here. You have 3 6s, 666, the number of carbon. Carbon being the number of diamonds, the thing that compresses and turns into a diamond, the thing that is also inside your human bones. Which means the devil is the detail of everything. The devil in the details is in your bones, because you already know that this person is your partner. You are going to move forward together. You're just afraid to take the first steps because of what happened in the past. Because this person is looking into the past to see if the future is justified through the past, which is the complete ass backwards way to look at it. The past was there to get the connection stable and sturdy by bringing out all of the darkness that was in the past out to bring the most authentic expression for a better future. So the past is in the past, and the only reason you ever look at the past is to build the foundation into the future. He's looking at the beginning, which is coming from the past, and this is moving towards the master maker, which means the past can and is being improved towards a brighter new beginning that is based on mutual love and respect. And the only person waiting and containing things is the partner, your match, your business counterpart, your family, that is waiting for you to listen to your intuition and follow their authentic expression together. Because with intuition and authentic expression, you have a wonderful new beginning. Okay. That was a lot of effing information, and I hope you know, I say grace a lot, and I don't use these cards, and they're beautiful. They're the Grace cards by Cheryl Richardson. So we're going to use this for a overall message for you on what energy, and I'm going to point these at you because I haven't, like, the entire deck is all sorts of backwards and forwards. There is no back to it. And just because the message says gratitude in the front, there's also a different meaning to it in the back. So you can't kind of, you know, cheat and say, I'm going to look at the cards and pick one for you. It's very interesting. So we're going to keep gratitude here. Be thankful. A grateful heart is a magnet drawing toward it a wealth of abundance. Yeah, gratitude seems to be your key here. You have to be grateful for the differences between you and this person and everything you went through in your past. Because without having gone through everything that you went through in the past with this person that caused you to move forward from the dark, you wouldn't have the bright future with the Master Maker and the Maiden and the Singer of Chalice and the true love poet because you would have to go through the bullshit in order to have the stable foundation that lacks the bullshit. Because nothing ever lacks the bullshit until you went through the bullshit to clean the bullshit out and to learn the lessons. To see the devil in the details and realize that the devil in the details was there to help you be the master maker in your own life. So be grateful. Just because someone treated you badly or you treated someone badly is no reason to cut anything off from these people, because there's lessons to be learned. And if you don't learn these lessons, especially of gratitude and forgiveness, you're going to have to do them again. Look, what did I just say? Connect. Find your center. When we stay connected to our spiritual core, the best and most advantageous path unfolds before us. The best and most advantageous path. Benevolent outcome, what I was saying in the beginning. Fairies of the future. The path unfolds before us. Through the devil in the details of what you went through in the past that you moved forward from to bring you towards the epitome of love. Okay, babies. And you're not babies, you're stars. But to me, you're babies. In the most respectful, loving way. And I know. I love you. And I truly mean that. I may not know your physical body. I may not know your name or your life. But I know your light. Because it's the same light as the light of the originator. And I love the originator. So, in turn, I love you. Bye. See you later. Have fun. And above all, please, pretty please, if you're going to follow any advice from this reading, be grateful for what you've experienced with someone and connect. Without connection and gratitude, life isn't worth living. Okay? I hope you have a most benevolent, beautiful outcome for all the situations in your life, for everyone involved. Bye for now.